Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. Hello for Amethyst. So today we learn about a narrative writing. Okay, before we start our lesson, I would like to ask you if any one of you likes to read a storybook. Okay, is there any of these storybooks that you have read before? Do you love to read? And what genre do you prefer? Fantasy, sci-fi, mystery, thriller, romance? Can you share with me at the comment below? Okay, thank you. So today we will learn about 3 things, okay? The first one is the introduction, where I will explain what is narrative essay and what makes a good story. And then the second one is hooks and endings. Okay, we will go through some awesome hooks and fantastic endings. And also we will go through some linking words. Okay, the last one is to create an awesome hook. Okay, no worries, you will only need to write a short paragraph, okay, an introductory paragraph. Okay, let's move on to the content for today's class. Okay, the first one, what is narrative essay and what makes a good story? Alright, what is a narrative essay? Okay, a narrative essay is usually to tell a story. Okay, you describe an experience, events, or a sequence of events. Okay, just like a storybook, but in narrative essay you only write a short story. Okay, alright, this is the picture of a mountain, which simply the same how a story works. Okay, the first one, there's an opening. Okay, in opening, you can use the word like, once upon a time, there was a little girl in a hut. Okay, in the opening, you will introduce the main characters, the settings, okay, and then you move on to the build-up. Okay, in build-up, you need to write the events, okay, the clues or the excitements of the story. You need to explain about the events that happen in the story before the problem arises. Okay, next, the problem or the climax is the peak of the mountain. Okay, this is where disagreement or dilemma happened in a story. Okay, a big problem that is need to be solved, right? So this is where the climax stands. Okay, you can use the word unfortunately. Okay, there are so many linking words that you can use in your writing that we will discuss later. Okay, and then after the climax, we'll go to the resolution. Okay, in resolution is where you sort the things out. Okay, you give solutions to the problem. What did the characters do to solve the problems? And you can use the word luckily. Okay, and the last one is the ending. Okay, in ending, you usually use finally. Okay, in the end. Okay, and then set the ending, whether it's happy, sad, okay, death. Okay, use your own imagination. Okay, the next one, what makes a good story? Okay, share in the comment below. What makes a good story for you? What do you think? Okay, I will share some elements that makes a good story. Okay, the first one. Can you guess what is the word? The hint is an interesting series events in a story, exciting and not dull. I give you 5 seconds. Okay, 5 seconds and okay. The word is a plot. Okay, in a story there must be a plot which is interesting and not dull to attract your readers. Am I right? Okay, the next one. What do you think the word is? The word is the start of a story that sets the scene and introduces the characters, or we can call the hook. Okay, the word is the opening. Okay, if you want to read a story, you must read the opening first, right? If you read the opening is interesting, for sure you will continue to read. Am I right? So please make sure that your story has a good opening. The next one is a tone. Okay, the tone is the feeling or mood of the story, whether it is humorous, sad, serious. Okay, so every story has its own tone. Am I right? Okay, so it can be anything. This tone usually affects the readers. Okay, how you read it. If the tone of the story is sad, then you will have the sad emotion. Okay, so that is what tone means. Okay. What is this word? Characters? Yes, good student, you are correct. The next word is characters. A character is a person or being, like an animal in a story, and what happens to them. In every story, there must be a character, whether it is protagonist or the main characters. Okay, there must be a character in a story. The next one. Conflict. Okay, good. It is actually a conflict. A conflict is a problem the character resolves, a moment of tension he needs to overcome. Okay, in a story, to make the story interesting, there must be a conflict. Okay, to make the readers like, okay, what will happen next? Okay, who will solve this conflict? What will happen to the main characters? Okay, this is what a conflict. And then the last one. This is the peak of the story. What is the peak of the story? Yes, a climax. Okay, this is the most interesting and exciting part of the story. Am I right? Okay, there's always macam like a tense punya, mood in climax. Okay, there might be a fight or maybe a disagreement, a killing, okay, in the climax. Okay, the next part is hooks and endings. Awesome hooks and fantastic endings. We will also discuss about the linking words that you can use in your story writing. Okay, there are 5 awesome hooks that you can use in a narrative writing. The first one is to begin with a dialogue. For example, looks like it's going to be fine a day, son. Get these fishing rods ready, Dad shouted from the window. The second one, ask a question. Are the donuts okay? Mary wondered anxiously. Her guest would appear any moment and this was her first attempt at making donuts. Okay, can you see the question there? Are the donuts okay? Okay. The next one is to describe the setting. For example, Zurida sat comfortably on the tree, reading her favorite book from the top. She could see the narrow road leading to the airport and Mak Zara's stall tucked at the corner on the left. Overhead, planes roared to land at Senai Airport. Okay, this is where the writer described the setting. The setting there is the tree. And then from the tree, she can see Mak Zara's stall and also the airport. Okay. Next one is to self-introduction of main characters. This is the most common hooks that we used to find in a story. Okay. For example, I just turned 18 last week and I'm a professional skateboarder. My sister gave me a Pro Inline 44 rollerblade for my birthday and I was thrilled to bits. Extreme sports keep me alive. Okay. The main character here is I. Okay, so the writer introduced about I. Okay, who is I? Okay, and who gives I the rollerblade? Am I right? Okay, the next one, which is the last one, to use a famous saying. For example, nothing is impossible. So the saying goes, Yasir believed this with all his heart. His road to fame as the #1 ping pong singles player was proof that nothing was impossible. Okay, use a famous saying to create an awesome hook in a narrative writing. Okay, the next one is the 5 fantastic endings. This is actually an activity in your black book. Okay, in your black book. Okay, page 75. Okay, 75. There's 5 fantastic endings, which is the first one is moral lesson, where the main characters grows and learn something at the end of story. Okay, the second one is cliffhanger, to leave the reader hanging and wanting more. This is usually in a horror story or a thrill story. Okay, the writer will leave you with questions and a lot of suspense. Alright, yeah. Okay. The third one is surprise. Story takes an exciting and unpredictable twist. Okay. The fourth one is reflection. Okay, where the writer tells about the main characters, whether it steps back and reflect what happened and what the main character has learned from it. Okay, and then the last one is a dialogue, ends with an important conversation that attracts the reader. For example, why am I still alive? Okay. These are among the linking words that you can use in your writing. You can use to add something, or to present sequence, or the cause sequence, contrast, or to show that you are certain about something, or to give a reason, or maybe to set a condition. Okay, addition, penambahan, in addition, dan penambahan. Okay, in addition, similarly, likewise, as well as, besides. Okay, sequence is when you want to show the sequence. Okay, mula-mula jadi apa, lepas tu jadi apa, and then jadi apa. Okay, consequence, the effect, kesan daripada sekian-sekian. Okay, so you can use this word as a result, so, therefore, eventually, then. Okay, and contrast, to differentiate something, to untuk bandingkan satu situasi. Sebelum ni macam ni, lepas ni macam ni. So you can use the word however, although, despite, instead of. Okay, and then the first one is certainly, to show that you are setuju benda tu and you yakin dengan benda tu. Okay, certain, obviously, certainly, of course, undoubtedly. Okay, and then the sixth one is reason, to give a reason, why. Okay, I do this because why. Okay, due to something. Okay, tell a reason. So you can use since, as, so, because. And then the last one, condition. Okay, you want to set a rules. Okay, if I was you, I will not go there. Okay, unless, whether. Okay, you can use all these words in your essay and story. Alright. Okay, the next part is to create an awesome hook. Okay, I want you guys to create an introductory paragraph of this question. Where is my order? I've been waiting for 20 minutes. The big burly man yelled. ... Okay, as you can see here, the introduction, they use a dialogue strategy, a dialogue hook. Okay, so you start your story with a dialogue, and you need to continue with your own sentence. I've given a word list for you to, as a guidance. Okay, for you to write. I nearly dropped tray carrying gas, restaurant, stop eating and look. Okay, you can write your own sentences by using these words. Okay, and then send it to me via WhatsApp. Is that alright? Okay, for example, I've given you an example. No worries, you can adapt and adopt from this example. Okay, just change it using your own words. Okay, this is my introductory paragraph. Where is my order? I've been waiting for 20 minutes, the big burly man yelled. I nearly dropped the tray I was carrying. The other guests in the restaurant stopped eating and looked at us. Obviously, the sudden loud yelling startled everyone in the restaurant. Okay, so you can use this example as a guidance for you. Is that clear? Okay, so before you start writing, these are among the checklists that you need to have. Okay, in the beginning of the story, okay, you must include the hook, okay, to grab the reader's attention. And then you need to describe the setting, introduce the characters in the beginning. Remember that, okay? In the middle of the story, please make sure to have the 5 senses to create atmosphere. What do you feel? What do you see? What do you hear? Okay, what do you touch? Okay, the 5 senses, alright? And then, please include actions. Okay, you kick, you yell, you carry. Okay, everything action, verb. Okay, and then the third one is to introduce a problem or an event. Okay, and then in the ending of the story, you need to resolve the problem. Okay, you have stated a problem in the middle of the essay, so you need to have a solution for the problem. And then use verbs and adjectives. Okay, use a lot of adjectives and verbs. Okay, and then please include dialogue if you can, because the story will be more interesting if you can use a dialogue in your story. Okay, and then while editing, please make sure to check again your spelling, your punctuation. Okay, use your dictionary to find synonyms. Okay, don't use the same words over and over again. Okay, try to use bombastic words. Okay, and then the last one, okay, after you write the story, read again and please make sure that the story makes sense. Okay, please make sure the story makes sense. Okay, don't write nonsense story. Okay, you can use your imagination, but please write a story that makes sense. Okay, for everyone, is that okay? Understand? Okay, we move on to the later part. Okay, I've created this outline for you. Okay, it's outlined. You can use this outline to write a narrative essay. Okay, before writing, you need to know what tenses that you want to use, which hook will you use, and what is the title of your story. Okay, tenses, past tense ke present tense. Okay, but I would prefer you guys to use past tense in your story. Okay, and then state the hook. Which hook do you want to use? The dialogue, questions, describe the settings, self-introduction of the main characters, or maybe to use a famous saying. Okay, state there which hook that you want to use and give your story a title. Make it interesting, okay, because an interesting title will attract your readers to read your story. Okay, and then in the beginning, okay, the introduction part, you need to tell about the background of the story. Introduce the characters, settings, and the conflicts. Okay, for example, the characters. Okay, describe in detail. Okay, name, physical, what she or he do. Okay, characters, describe. For example, I stated there Alice. Okay, Alice is a short girl and she is a waiter who likes to wear sneakers. Okay, so write your characters down there. Who is the characters in your story? Okay, name them and give them a description. Okay, and then the setting, time and place. Tell us the time, tell us the place of your story. For example, McDonald's restaurant, and it happens at night. Okay, you can set your own time and place. Okay, use your imagination. And then situation, conflict. What will the problem of the story? Okay, you can set a situation here. Okay, in your story, what will happen? What is happening? Okay, for mine, I stated there, I was working at the restaurant while waiting for my SPM examination results. So you can use your own situation. Okay, in this case, this is not a conflict, but it is a situation. Why I was there. Okay, and then the middle of the essay, write the events that complicate conflict or story development and the climax. Okay, the first one is the event, rising action. What happened first, second, third, etc. Okay, you can write it here. The situation in the restaurant during the lunch hour met many types of customer. That is mine. That is the events that happening in my story. So I will explain. Okay, how is the situation in the restaurant? It's busy, especially during lunch hour, and I have met many types of customers. So I will explain what type of customer. Okay, old people, kids. Okay, I will tell in detail. So for you, you need to write the details here. Okay, what is your events in your story? Okay, you can ask me later in our WhatsApp group if you have any question. Okay, and then the climax. This is where the most exciting point in your story. Okay, there might be a disagreement or maybe a killing. I don't know what your story gonna be. Okay, for example, mine is like workload, so I stop working because there's so many works that I need to do, so I choose to stop working. That is the climax of my story. Okay, you can write it here, what is all about, and please write in a point form. Okay, no need to write in a proper sentence, just in a point form. Okay, and then the ending. What is the solution to the problems? Describe your feelings. What happens to all the characters? How the story ends? Moral of the story. Okay, resolution. Okay, in resolution, you can tell how conflict was solved. Okay, you need to start thinking about work life. Okay, what should I do to prepare myself for the future? Okay, this is the resolution from my problem. I stopped working, so I start to thinking about my work life. Okay, what should I prepare? And what did I do to prepare myself for the future? I need to explain one by one. Okay, and then the last one is the message. What is learned in the end? So you can state the moral values from your stories. Okay, the lessons that you learned, the lessons that the main characters and other characters have faced. Okay, for mine, I said that I learned about patience, tolerance, and accept differences because I met many people right in the restaurant, so I need to accept differences. Okay, so I will repeat again. All right. I will repeat again the two tasks that you need to do. Okay, the first one is to write an introductory paragraph. Okay, you can use these words. Okay, these words as a reference. Okay, create a simple sentence to finish this one paragraph. Okay, you can write your answer in your activity book, page 74. Okay, And then the second one is you need to fill up the narrative outline that I've just explained just now. Okay, came up with a storyline based on this question. Okay, state the characters, the settings, all the things in the outline. Okay, give the word document later. You can either type it out, or maybe you can print it out and you can write the answers anywhere, snap and send it to me via WhatsApp. Is that clear? I hope that you gain something. Okay. So we will meet again in the next class. I hope you are okay. If you have any questions, please hit me up. Okay, no worries, I will help you. Don't be embarrassed. Okay, just hit me up. Alright, I think that's all. Thank you for today. Assalamualaikum. Take care and stay safe, everyone. Bye bye. Bye bye for Amethyst.